So here's a wild thought for you. What if I told you that our quiet little town of Hastings, on a day that feels just like today, is actually connected to a massive fire, a national treasure, and even a journey to another planet? Today, we're going to dig into the hidden stories that all share one single date, March 1st. It kind of sounds like the beginning of a joke, right? What do calm winds in Hastings have in common with a historic fire, a national park, and a distant planet? I mean, these things feel like they're worlds apart. But believe it or not, they're all tied together by this one invisible thread. Let's go find it. Okay, to unravel all this, we've got to start right here, right now. Let's get our bearings. What does March 1st in Hastings actually feel like today? Well, the forecast today is just peaceful. We've got bright sunshine and almost no wind to speak of. It's really that perfect kind of day for a slow, easy walk down by the Mississippi at Levee Park. Yeah, the high is only 29 degrees, but you know the type of day I'm talking about. That crisp, cold air where the sun actually feels warm on your face. And it is absolutely still out there. Someone put it perfectly with this little observation. Your coffee's steam might be the strongest wind on the riverfront today. That just captures it, doesn't it? It paints a perfect picture of how quiet things are. But that quiet wasn't always the case on March 1st. So that's our present day. Calm, pleasant, maybe even a little bit ordinary. But now let's peel back the calendar. Because on this very same date, in other years, March 1st was anything but ordinary. We're about to see a Capitol building engulfed in flames, witness the birth of a national park, and follow humanity's very first trip to another world. First stop on our little time-traveling tour, we're staying close to home. We're just heading up the river to St. Paul, and the year is 1881. Now just try to picture this. It's the evening of March 1st, 1881, and Minnesota's very first Capitol building is on fire. It's burning to the ground. And the wildest part? The legislature was still inside holding a session as the fire broke out all around them. Can you even imagine? And I love this little bit of dark humor from back then. Someone wrote that the fire was proof that a heated debate isn't always just a figure of speech. Wow, what a way to remember such a chaotic night in Minnesota's history. Okay, so we've seen an act of destruction. Let's completely flip the script and talk about an incredible act of creation. We're going to jump back just a few more years to 1872 for a story that would change the entire American landscape. Because on this day, March 1st, 1872, President Ulysses S. Grant signed a law that created Yellowstone, the nation's very first national park. And this was so much bigger than just setting aside some land. This was a totally revolutionary idea that the country's most beautiful, most breathtaking natural wonders shouldn't belong to some rich guy, but to everybody. It was an amazing moment of foresight that really shaped this country. All right, so from our state's history to our nation's legacy, let's take our final and our biggest leap yet, completely off the planet. Let's fast forward to 1966 and turn our gaze up to the stars. So get this, on March 1st, 1966, the Soviet probe Venera 3 made history. It literally slammed into the surface of Venus, becoming the very first object made by humans to ever reach another planet. Now, its communication system failed right before it hit, so it couldn't send back any data from the surface. But that didn't change the incredible fact. For the first time ever, we had touched another world. So, let's recap. We have a quiet day in Hastings, a fire in St. Paul, the creation of Yellowstone, and a spacecraft hitting Venus. They seem totally random, right? But are they? Let's try and connect these threads. And this, right here, is the amazing contrast that's at the heart of this whole thing. On one hand, you have the quiet, peaceful, ordinary rhythm of a local day in March. And on the other, you have the hidden history of that exact same date. A day filled with fire, with creation, and with reaching for the stars. And that's really the big takeaway, isn't it? Even our quietest, most normal-feeling days are actually woven into this huge, extraordinary story. We're connected, just by a date on a calendar, to these incredible moments of chaos, of creation, and of pushing into the great unknown. So I guess that leaves us with one final thing to think about. As you're going about your quiet, ordinary day, what kind of major events are happening somewhere else in the world? What history is being written right now on your March 1st? Something to chew on. Thanks for exploring all that with me today.